All right, guys, how are y'all doing? Eddie Rockin' Sock with Team Rockin' Sock here, and we are, I guess, extending our Faces and Places series. I am here with the infamous, well,
Let's go
definitely
infamous.
infamous.
Not
but
famous or infamous, something in between.
we'll let you introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah, Justin Beasley. I am the City of Mount Juliet Public Information Officer. I just got done speaking to a class of youngins, and I told them that's basically the spokesperson. That's the easiest way to say it. If you knew how I was outside of the clock, you'd be like, how is that guy the face and the spokesperson? I pinch myself every day, but I've got a great job and great people around me, so I'm lucky.
I think people that see some of that stuff ask themselves that during
They
the videos,
should.
too.
You'll ask yourself that a lot in the middle and after this as well.
Oh, no. So we love Justin. Justin's great at what he does. Does a really good job of making sure that he's promoting Mount Juliet, promoting Wilson County, Mount Juliet for sure, but putting all that stuff out there. Great guy. So the whole point of doing these series is so that we can get to know Justin a little bit more, not just the public information officer for the city. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, background, school, how you landed in Mount Juliet.
So I got like 3 different places that I say I'm from, so I usually just say West Tennessee. Born in Memphis and raised between Covington and Jackson, Tennessee, between my mom and dad. And I tell you, there's not, and I say this in a nice way, not as much opportunity in West Tennessee as there is in Middle Tennessee. Sure. So when I see a guy, I'm working out with a guy from high school. He was a senior when I was a freshman. And I don't know that we were wiser than anybody. We're just luckier that, hey, we moved to Middle Tennessee. We liked it, kind of fit in, and go back during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's about it. But we enjoy Middle Tennessee. I say, West Tennessee taught me a lot. My first job out of college, I went to college at MTSU, so that brought me to MTSU, Middle Tennessee area. First job was in Paducah, Kentucky. Then I transitioned to Nashville at Channel 4, and then here in Mount Juliet. So being in Middle Tennessee for that long has been home for, I guess, almost longer than any place has been technically for me, as I say that out loud. So that's pretty cool.
That's
I
awesome.
wouldn't choose any other place.
Yeah, that's great. So went to school in Jackson. So I went to Lambeth. So
Okay, that's right.
ran some of those streets that you run and understand. And nothing wrong with there. Love that place. Still go back there and visit, but definitely grew up in Mount Juliet. Love it here. So so tell us a little bit about Paducah, and then Channel 4, sports broadcasting.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So in college, I did not have a lot of fun. I was nose to the grindstone.
We all were, right?
Yeah. I wish I wasn't as much. But broadcast journalism, you could have a 4.0 in class, but if you didn't wow somebody on that 30-second TV tape, they're not going to hire you. So I was doing a lot of stuff outside the classroom, had a paid internship with the athletic department, graduated in December, didn't have a job, which was normal. You got to wait a little bit. Got that call in January, started in Paducah in February. In fact, the Super Bowl was Patriots and Seahawks, like it was this past year. And that year, something happened with the cell tower, TV tower, and a large audience in Paducah did not get to see the final of that really good, historic Super Bowl. So I was at
the Marshall Butler interception?
Yep.
Gotcha.
And I got to cover him with the Titans. But anyway, I hate talking about myself, but when I went to Paducah, was there for 2.5 years. And, in television, a lot of the times you're not making, I got some offers where my dad's like, dude, you going to put food on the table? You going to eat? They're throwing in free dry cleaning, and I landed in Paducah, and a lot of people get there, not specifically there, but their first market, they complain about the pay. Now, I did too as well, but I was also working on my resume reel to make sure I got out of there as soon as I could. I was there 2.5 years on the mark, had a mentor, Brian McKeegan in Nashville. He's still at Channel 5, told me about an opening. Put my name in the hat. They loved, I'm a multimedia journalist when I was there, and I love it then and now because when somebody hires me, I don't need a cameraman, I don't need a reporter, I'll do both. And as much as you see me in front of the camera, behind the camera is almost where I take as much pride. Listen, everybody wants to be Mike Tirico, call the Super Bowl and go to the Olympics, but also what you do behind the camera is a full representation of what you were. So I was one guy doing 2 jobs, and with a good attitude, I think it got me to Nashville, and was there for 4 years and loved it. Dream job for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's the transition to Mount Juliet? What would that look like?
That's always the question. So it's funny, during that time, raising a family, working late nights and weekends doing sports was perfect, because you were young, you didn't have kids. Well, it got to the point where COVID happened, and I was working the morning shift with Big Joe Dubin from 3 a.m. to noon, and I was at the pool by 1 o'clock in the summer. I was like, this is nice.
Yeah.
Not getting any sleep, but this was nice.
Who needs sleep back then?
Right. Yeah. You're just all making it. So then I worked 9 to 5 in Wilson County, and I got around Bart Barker with Wilson County Schools. I know a lot of people think not rivals, but he's in the same field. Could not be a better dude. Could not be a better friend to me. And he said, he's older than me. I grew up watching him in Jackson, and he said, Justin, you're going to meet somebody, and you're just never going to know. That's going to be your next step. Almost like every day's a job interview. And he wasn't lying. He sent me a thing about the PIO job opening in Mount Juliet. It was the first of its kind. Tyler Chandler was the police PIO. They wanted one for the city, just kind of a whole different job format. And I remember I was on vacation, and I reminded myself, hey, apply for this job at 11 a.m. on the deadline of the day.
Of course.
And I looked at the job. I was like, I don't think this is something that I'm really interested in. Just threw my name in the hat. Next thing you know, I'm interviewing with the city manager, Kenny Martin. It's the first of its kind, so it's a flex. You kind of make it what you want it to be. And I never forget my mom. I told my mom, I said, if they offer me back that sports job, I'm not going to take it because it's late nights and weekends. Okay. And I knew what it was like working stable hours Monday through Friday in a newsroom where then they cared more about you because you were an asset doing news. Yeah. Local sports is a dying medium because, we're watching it on our phones, we're watching it on Twitter, Instagram before you come at 10 o'clock at night to see the Titans highlights. We just live in a different world. Yeah. So it took me no time to say, hey, I want to look elsewhere. Good opportunity came, and I've called Mount Juliet home for almost 5 years. So it's been a huge blessing. Fly by, certainly, yes and no. I mean, you get to some stuff that's annually and you realize, man, I just did this last year, but you try to stay in the present, just depends on what day you ask me.
Long days, quick years, right?
Yes, yeah. As you get older, we start to realize that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's awesome. So, first of all, glad to have you. I know there's a lot of local businesses that love you. Really, you do a great job supporting them and putting that stuff out there, putting their information out there so it's easily consumable. So I know there's a lot of people that appreciate that. But so stable hours, a little bit different, family. Right. Tell us a little bit about your kids and what they're into.
So I've got 2 redheads, believe it or not. Their mom, her side of the family has that gene in it. And they're pretty white as well. They don't have the dark complexion like Dad. I know we're doing this in February, but man, they're the loves of my life. One is 3 and a half. His name is Brady, and the other is Grant, and he is 2. And usually I'm saying Brant and Grady, and it's
blended
just,
all in.
Yeah, it's just how it goes. But they're a lot of fun, man. I love being a dad. It's my #1 title. I tell a lot of people. And we're all guilty of it. So I'm not throwing shade, but you get to your PIO, your sports anchor, your all of that, and I'm like, that's not how Jesus sees me. Jesus sees me as a dad and as a friend and all of those things. So I never want my identity wrapped in that. Some of my best days, we take work home. We're all guilty of it. But the best days are when you don't take work home, when you don't think about it. You do a good job. Your business, like Kurt Signetti said, I don't check to see if you're there, but when we're there, we mean business. Yeah. And I like to think I try to do the same thing so I can be present and current where it matters most, and that's home.
Yeah, that's awesome. We all have a lot of titles, right? Mm-hmm. Some we're proud of, some we're not as proud of. But I think you do a great job of that and representing all that stuff well. So thank you. I don't want to put you under the spotlight. I know you've got to serve a couple different things out there, but I'm just curious, not PIO guy, not
Yeah.
in front of the video. Um, what is it about Mount Juliet you like? What is it? Well, maybe let me ask this question first. I'll get to that one. So think
Okay.
about that one. First thing is, you got a break. You're going to go to dinner. You're checking something out. I know there's a lot of restaurants out there that want you to
Yeah.
say their name right now, but where are you
Yeah.
going just to go hang out? Like,
So I got to be politically correct with
well,
this
you
because
don't have
I've
to
got a
be,
lot
but
of places that I love.
yeah. Well,
But
tell us a couple places that you like to hang out. What's
ML Rose. So when they opened up, I went with Big Joe Dubin, and I was his +1, and we had lunch there, and the meal was free. So I think that's why my
love it,
recollection is that place is awesome.
Yeah.
But I always get the tap room. Such a great burger. I've developed a really good friendship, I'll say, with Bubba Coos VJ.
Yeah.
I love Bubba Coos. It's kind of like your local Tex-Mex, but it's on the go, very friendly. I love picking his brain. Very big business entrepreneur. Paper Mill's good. That's a guy that's been good to us at the city. You talk about Justin Reagan, even VJ too. So don't want to leave anybody out. Try to spread my wealth evenly. Me and my kids, if you look at them, at one point I was calling them Andy's and Jeremiah because we went there so
much.
often.
Oh, God. I've been guilty of that too. My kids love it too.
Yeah.
So that's good. All great places.
Yeah.
Tons more great places in Mount Juliet, so don't get pigeonholed. But we're just curious about what
Yeah.
Justin Beasley is.
Saturday mornings, I've been known to be at Emirate a lot. Hunter Briley, a good friend of mine, is man. He
kills
throws
it.
some wild stuff out there. I don't know how he does it, laminating and all that. I don't know what's in it, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's all good. It's calorie free too, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
on
it's-
Sunday.
That's Sunday.
He should open on Sunday.
That's right. That's right. All right. So you're hanging around Mount Juliet. Like, where's the place that you go? Where do you relax? Where do you just hang out?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I feel like I have an old soul. I like walking, and I can't do a 20-minute walk on my lunch break or the city, 2 10-minute breaks. I got to get in a long walk. So if it's like 3 to 4 miles on any greenway is great. I like doing Woodridge. I can park like at Jackson Hills, go down Woodridge, go across the school to the park, around back to Mount Juliet High School. Love that route.
Oh, yeah.
I've been known to go from City Hall to where Whataburger was and back with Kenny Martin. I've been known
Sidewalks all the way,
to I've been
right?
known
Yeah.
to do that the opposite way to First Baptist and back.
Nice.
So Town Center Trail, anything. I just love, but I need it like 100 degrees. I need to be soaking wet, sopping wet, and sweating. This whole cold, breezy is for the
You don't like
birds,
it.
man.
Interesting. Not had somebody tell me they just want to go sweat. So
Yes,
that's good.
big
That's
time.
good. I like that.
Big time.
Awesome. So taking the kids like walking too. Is that
Yeah.
Is that your decompressed time, or is that just kind of a?
We do a little bit of both. So I'll put them in the stroller, blare some Morgan Wallen on my sound machine, and they really enjoy
Walkman?
that.
Is that a Walkman? Or what
Yeah,
was
whatever it is, whatever the brand is that
I'm a little older than you.
I've recently bought, but they, I mean, it's good. They get out of the house, they have some exercise. I'm trying to promote that to them. They're not going to remember that, but yeah, it's a way we tackle. We don't stay inside because you stay inside with the young kids, everything's going to be everywhere. And it's going to be a mess.
It'll make a marker on their life. They'll remember that
Yeah.
stuff. It especially the consistency of it. All right.
Right.
So fantastic. Anything else you want to share? I don't know. That's a direct question. I do have one more
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
for you. Advice. So one of the things I always like to do is part of this, right? We're
Right.
trying to interview influential, I don't know, infamous. We'll go back to that. Important people out there,
Yeah.
people that are movers and shakers, that are doing things, right? That are living right and trying hard and trying to do the best thing out there. I like getting inspiration from other people. So
Right.
what is some advice somebody told you? What's some words of wisdom?
Yeah.
Give me something that Justin believes in and wants to give advice to somebody.
Yeah, as a first and foremost, I'm a Christian, saved. I'm a sinner, saved by the grace of God. I'll say that. I grew up being a big fan of Colin Cowherd on the radio. He's a sports broadcaster. Main reason why I went to MTSU to be in TV. And he used to say, outline your life in pencil, not in pen. And I think we have a lot of pride with what we do to where we've got to, this has to work so I can impress X, Y, and Z, or I can't show that I fell in this area because this, they'll think of this and that. They're already going to. So a big thing, and it's resonated true in my life, outline your life in pencil, not pen. Another piece of advice, and I tell this to my older friends and friends in the same category of age, and they just look at me like I'm ridiculous, but say yes to everything, like professionally. You know, in college they say, oh, if they want to do this, say yes. Figure out what you're good at. You have so many different opportunities. Like, think about it. There's a million other things I could be doing besides this. Not saying it's more valuable, but we could talk about something that leads me to something. The next thing, you know, a lot of the times at the city, you know, I go to chamber events, Rotary events, all these late night gatherings, and sometimes they're like, oh, would Justin really work? Well, then when they need a sponsor or they need a contact, who they reach out to? Justin, who remembers something that somebody said at Rotary that, hey, we're looking for an opportunity to give back to the community. Oh, okay, well, we've got this huge park where we need a new fence that we can work on, X, Y, and Z. So if I can be that facilitator and just to say yes to everything, I know professionally I've said yes to a lot that's gotten me to this spot. And as all of our time's valuable, so no is a good word, right? But until you have reached that spot, I'm just telling you, just expose yourself to as much as you can. In college, you know, it's a lot of radio, TV, and print journalism. And I did all of them throughout my senior year up into it because I did not know what opportunities would come and what I would need to be ready at. So weird advice. I don't know if I'd take that advice, but say yes to everything.
Oh, man, I love it. So, first of all, I appreciate you saying yes to this because this helps us push that out there. I appreciate you pouring into us. And
we've been talking about it for a year. Did y'all have to vet me?
A year? It was a year?
It's been a little bit like, hey, I've been meaning to text you. I was going to text you. I'm like, thank you for texting me.
You can put that on me. That was on me. No, the team definitely pushed it a lot sooner than this. So I just appreciate you saying yes, finally doing it, pouring into us. You know, if you guys need to know anything more about Mount Juliet, make sure you're paying attention to this guy. Yeah. Thanks again, brother.
I'm a little biased, but y'all's team does a really good job, and I appreciate what y'all do and getting people to Mount Juliet. It's not hard to sell Mount Juliet as home. Lowest property tax in the county. It's 29 cents right now. It's been lowered like 4 times before in the commissioners, so they do a really, really good job. And I get the growth and a lot of people being here, but every time somebody calls Mount Juliet home, that is a compliment to our city management and our elected body, and I'll stand behind that. So they're choosing us, they're choosing our school system, they're choosing our government, they're choosing our people, and you won't regret it.
Absolutely. So in case you haven't learned, I'm about to hire him to help us put some of this stuff together. So thanks again, brother. We'll see you guys soon.